Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. I just had my microphone on and it's not working, so I think I didn't charge it enough. So I will be doing this without a microphone today. So welcome to Tea Time in a Card, a weekly video that I do on my Facebook page, and then I later put it on YouTube. So today I'm using some new products. As you know, we have a new catalog starting on May 1st. This is what it looks like. I can't show you the inside yet, but I am using a couple new products. We have the Layers of Beauty stamp set. Let me just bring it a little closer. Hello everyone, I can see you all jumping on. Welcome. So this is a really neat set. It's called the Layers of Beauty. You can see all the pretty images and sentiments, but what's great about it, you have the dies that you see here. Oh, hold on, let me get this out. It's stuck to my stamps. And what I like about this die, it also has this cute little tag, and I've used it a couple times already. But one other great product that comes with this bundle are these decorative masks. So Layers of Beauty decorative masks, and they have 5 different layers that you can just keep adding colors to. And they do actually fit. Let me just get the stamp out. They do actually fit on the image, so you can actually layer the colors on the image after you stamp. So this would be like the flowers, and then you have some of the detail. This one here has all of the leaves, and then some more detail, the detail of the flowers. So as you use a blending brush to add colors, you can add layers of color. So I haven't played with this yet, but I am using the stamp set tonight. And I was able, now what I did is I cut the top off. I opened up one side so that I can just slide everything in, and it fits right inside of the clear case, so you can keep everything together. So I'm going to be using that bundle. I'm also using paper butterfly accents. Now you guys have seen these in our latest catalog, and it's also carrying over to our new catalog as well. I'm using Berry Burst ink, the 2-inch circle punch, and then I have the light Pretty Peacock Stampin' Blends marker. Now I'm also using Unbounded Beauty, which is a new package of designer paper. I always like to show you guys the sheets. So let me move this over. I've already used a lot of this sheet, so we've got, let me go one at a time. There's that one. I'm going to try to go slow so my camera can focus. So I'll show you 6 sides, and then I'll flip them over. But look how pretty the images are. Let me bring this one closer so you can see the flowers in this one. Of course, you have the shadow of my camera, but look how pretty that is. I love the colors in this one. It's like a watercolor splash. And then the one that I showed you that I used most of. Now let me flip on the second side. These are more of a watercolor look. Oh, I like this one too. I'm going to bring this one close so you can see the white images. Then we have one that has little stripes. This one, and another one with white images. So very pretty paper. I'm going to be using one of the sheets today. Let me bring in the layers I'm using. So I'm using Pretty Peacock 11 by 5.5. I'm going to show you how to score it. I'm doing a fancy fold. A scrap piece of Berry Burst. Here is basic white for the inside, 5.25 by 4. And then I have 3 pieces of designer paper, oh, a scrap of white for the sentiment. Now the designer paper, 3 pieces, 5.25 by 3, 5.25 by half. And then this one is 2.25 by 3.25, and I've already cut it, and you'll see why in a moment. So let me move these aside. And this is the card I'm going to be showing you how to make. So it's got a flap off to the side. It's got a smaller cut on this one, so it opens this way. So it's like a trifold, but it's a flap trifold. Now I want to show you the butterflies that come in this pack. There's actually 5 different butterflies. The one I used on this card is this one here. I'm going to try to use a different one on this card. I think I'll use this one. That's partially flying, so we'll use that one. And the first thing I'm going to do is show you how I colored this. I actually put this on a piece of scrap. I used the blends marker. Now, not to ruin your tip, just be very careful because this has die cut edges on it. So all I do is go in one direction. I don't go back and forth because you might ruin your tip. So I'm going to make this into a pretty peacock butterfly. And you'll notice that my tip just follows the cuts, so it doesn't actually, by going back and forth, I think there'd be a better chance of you ruining the tip. I'm pressing very lightly. I'm going over it twice. So you can see how easy it is to turn this into a colored butterfly. So again, I'm going over it twice. Very gentle, not a lot of pressure. And there's my butterfly. Look how easy that was to color. Oh, let me get his antenna one more time. So that's how you color those. You can make them any color you want. And now we're going to take the pretty peacock cardstock. And I'm going to score that, 2 score lines. We're going to do 3 1/4 and 7 1/2. So again, 3 1/4, 7 1/2. Now I'm going to need a pencil. I'm going to measure on the, let me see, I got to measure so you'll know. On the 3 1/2 section, you're going to measure down 1 1/2 inches on each side. This is going to create the flap. So I'm just going to add a dot there at 1 1/2. And then I'm going to take my trimmer. I'm going to cut up to the score line. A little bit more. Same thing on this one. Make sure it's nice and straight. Up to the score line. And then I'm going to finish off with my scissors. Now, I find that when I do this, there's a scored line. You're better off, when you look at the bump, go to the furthest part of the bump so that you don't have a really weird edge. So you can see my bump is right here. I cut it off. I'm going to do the same thing here. So you get these pieces left over that you can use for something else. And then we're going to fold this over. And you can see everything is nice and straight. This one's going to fold towards the inside. Now the first thing I'm going to do is glue the white piece. I didn't stamp the inside on this one because I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. So that's going to go on the inside. I'm going to add this little piece as a little decorative accent. It's going to go right on the edge towards the flap. Okay, and that's all I did for the inside. You can see here. And we're going to fold this over and add the larger piece. This is such a quick card to make. Of course, you guys always know I'm quick anyway. Okay, so there's the front, the inside. Now we're going to work on the flap. So what I need to do is measure across. Now this is 2 1/2 inches. I'm going to find the middle, so 1 1/4. And then on each side, I'm going to go down 1/2 inch. So again, I'm going to make my little pencil marks. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And we're going to cut that at an angle to create the flap. Okay, there's my flap, very easy. I did the same thing with this one, but what I did is I measured down 3/8 of an inch to get the shape that I needed for that. So I'm going to glue that in place. Very simple card. Make sure I got the front. That's going to go right here. Now I do need to erase my little pencil marks. So that's going to fold over. Now I'm going to bring in the Berry Burst cardstock with the 2-inch punch. And that's what my butterfly is going to sit on. So I'm going to glue that flat. It's going to go right in the center. And my butterfly, because I know the strip, the sentiment is going to go right in the middle, I'm going to add, let's see, I want to see how he's going to fly. He's going to be up like this. So I'm actually going to make it easier. This one was easy to find the middle, but this one is in flight. So I'm going to go ahead and add some mini dimensionals. I'm going to do 3 across. I'm going to peel these off, and the sentiment's going to cover that anyway. We're going to have him flying like this. You know what? I'm going to put him down a little. Okay, so there's the butterfly. Next is the sentiment. And I'm going to stamp that. This is just a scrap. I did not measure. I'm going to go as close to the edge as I can. And then I'm going to take my trimmer and trim it close to the lettering. So that's going to be right there. And because this will overlap on the ends, I'm going to add dimensionals only on the ends because it's already raised in the center with the butterfly. And what I'm going to do is add liquid glue where I want it to be flat. And then we're just going to stick that over those dimensionals to cover them. And there we are. How quick was that? So let me open this one so you can see the inside. And I will pick a name on Facebook tomorrow for a winner for one of these cards. And if you guys ordered from me within the last 6 months, your catalog should have arrived by now. So if you did not get your catalog, please let me know. And I will hope to see you again next week. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for stamping with me. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.